Hi everyone, I thought I would film a getting ready with me because a lot of people always ask me how I do my makeup and how it comes out so nice. So I thought I would share with you. I've already gone ahead and prepped my face with this Hourglass Veil Primer. This is a really nice primer. Primers are super important when doing your makeup because you want your makeup to last and look beautiful. So, prepped and primed my face, I moisturized, did my lips, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go in with this Estee Lauder. It's called the Perfectionist Youth Infusing Brightening Serum Plus Concealer. So I like to just go ahead and apply that under my eyes. Don't put a lot, from experience. And then I have two beauty blenders, one for my shade and one for my light. So, yeah, I thought I'd come on here and do like a getting ready with me. And, just kind of give you guys my little life update. So this is the NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector. It's like super important that you get this, especially if you're tired and you just don't want anybody to know you were up all night, you know, doing drugs. Not that I do drugs, but... So anyways, back to me. So you just kind of want to... I have a big Celine Dion face, so I can get away with doing all this. But normally you just want to focus it right in the inner corners. Yeah, bitch has dark circles because I haven't been able to afford Restylane under those eyes. So we're going to use makeup to make them look more, oh, you know. So just go back in with your beauty blender. I like the Real Techniques blender. You can use whichever blender you prefer. Remember that the skin under your eye is very thin, so always use like little baby motions, and whatever's left I bring on top of the lid. So before you do your face, you want to make sure you shave and tweeze and do all that good stuff, especially if you don't have the laser hair removal, which sucks. So after all that, I like to go in and use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is Light Medium Honey, which has more pink undertones. I like the natural, the light neutral. And I like it because it brightens, but one of the reasons why I'm putting it on now is because it's brightening, but I don't like the chalky consistency of it. So what I do is I just put it under my eyes and then put foundation over it. So I'm still getting that brightening effect, but I'm not getting the chalkiness. I don't know if that makes sense, but it did in my mind. Yeah, bitch can't afford laser hair removal, so she has to cover all this up because that's not cute. You know, you're trying to give people, whatever cosmetics are made for whatever you can't do surgically. Like, instead of getting a nose job, you can contour your nose. And instead of getting laser, you can just put a shit ton of concealer, you know, so I don't know. So, life has been going well. I moved to Arizona in September. Imagine being a Valley girl, having everything you want, girl next door to like everything being taken from you. And I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's the way life teaches you those lessons, you know? It's like, bitch needs to learn. So I'm not mad. It's just, I was a little depressed at first. And I'm going in with my Estee Lauder Fawn I have a little sample because I haven't been able to go to the mall to buy the Double Wear Foundation from Estee Lauder. It is a dream. It covers everything. So you want to get your product, place it on those cheeks. I don't like to put a lot of product on my forehead. I don't know, it's weird. So I use the big end. Get all that product off your hand. Don't be wasteful. And I also like to go in with my Air Flash from Dior, and I use the number 301. And we blend it all together. What was I talking about? Can't remember. So yeah, I was like a little depressed when I moved here, only because my career is in Los Angeles. Like, a bitch was on the come up, you know. But it's cool. I mean, I just gotta work harder, get my own place, get these titties, because waking up every day without titties is like mentally affecting me. So no, I just been being beautiful, spreading my love light energy wherever I go. Oh my God. If you were to ask some people, they would say the world's ending. If you were to ask some other people, they would be like, no, it's just beginning. So it's really like whatever your views are. So these are my nails. Let's get that out of the way. My Valentine's nails. Anyways, we're going back in with our concealer, but instead of using the serum side, we're gonna go in with our concealer side. So, yeah. You know, I've been transitioning now for going on 5 years. And it's been a fucking mission. Like, it's hard. And it's not easy, you know? And I feel like unless somebody's going through it, they don't understand. They might be sympathetic. They might do their research and try to understand, but them motherfuckers don't know. They don't know what's up and what you have to do, and, you know, simple things like just going to the grocery store become, you know, these monumental tasks where you have to really know yourself and be prepared for everybody staring at you and judging you. And, you know, moving from Los Angeles to Arizona, it was like really different because there's no tall, beautiful goddesses in the desert. Like, please. I mean, if they do exist, they're not here. So, but she's here now, you know. I'm going in with my Pro Conceal in the color Creamy Beige. Now, the reason why I like this one is because it has like an orangey. And I want some orange right in there. Down the bridge of the nose. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. This is kind of weird. Just honestly, 2019 has to be my year because I want it to be my year, and I want it to like just be super flowy and super like amazing, you know. But it's kind of nice. Ugh, I've totally gained some weight. I don't know if it's from the hormones or whatever, but I just have this fixation where I have to have something in my mouth. So once all that's done, we are now gonna go in and do a cream contour. Now, cream contouring can scare some people. It's very important to know your shape. So here's the hollow, right? but here's the contour. So you want to place product right here. Now you're probably thinking why, because you can always move the product lower, but if you put product from here to here, you're going to be left with what we call shit stains, and nobody wants shit stains. So, you know how that go. So this is the darker one. It's the LA Girl in Toast. Now, I like to use it where I'm fat, so I have a double chin. And just kind of give yourself a little nose job, because nobody wants to see you looking busted. So that's the grayer, darker, bolder contour. Now this contour is called Fawn, and it's more like a brown, and it just kind of blends everything together. So it's not as strong. So I'll run it like under my chin. It gives more of like a bronzy effect, not so much like a boom, there's my contour effect. So I'm gonna go in with my darker sponge. Always start from the bottom down. So your temples, your nose, your cheeks, and then your chin, because that's where the most product is. So I've been doing makeup for 10 plus years. As we know this, I was a drag queen, I was a go-go dancer, I was just about everything that goes into a nightclub. And I had a lot of fun, you know. As a drag queen, I've only did drag for like a year, and I went on the drag cruise, and I got to like cruise with all the drag queens, which was fun. I'm not sure if I'm a drag queen type of girl. I mean, they're nice, and there is a similarity because I'm trans. And, you know, they're not trans. Well, some of them are trans. I use the bigger side to just blend it out, and then you have that nice little contour. But I don't know, drag queens come with a lot of drama. It's very political. You have to know people, or you have to be in a certain group, and if they don't like you, you know, you're shunned. So I don't have time for the bullshit. I really don't. Ugh, and there's some drag queens I cannot stand. Like, I'm sure they're nice people and they have a good heart, but I just can't stand them. And they know who they are. I don't have to say their names. I'm not that kind of bitch, but I am that bitch. So I don't have boobs yet. I know it looks like them, but I don't. They're just like this bombshell bra. But when I do get boobs, I'm gonna be an unstoppable force. And not just any force, the Star Wars force kind of shit. Like, I'm gonna be walking into a room and bitches are gonna be like, who this bitch thinks she is? And I'll be like, just like that. So you wanna blend your neck, and you always wanna blend down. God, I can't stand it when people just like don't blend down. So you really just wanna keep blending the cheeks in little circles, because you're still getting the contour. And don't worry about the lines, but nobody wants lines. Anyways, cream contour is done. I would say so. But I do want that little extra bit of coverage. So I'm going in with my Hourglass in the shade Buff. And I'm just gonna work it in like a concealer, because you wanna highlight. So you go underneath the eyes and you draw like a little triangle, because let's be real. You draw a little triangle. And you just kind of, you know, right there. down the bridge of the nose because remember you contoured. So we're also going to do the eyes. And I don't like a lot of product on my forehead because a bitch starts creasing. Well, normally I play music, so this is like new for me. But I hope everybody's having fun and being safe. Do you know how hard it is to find an ecstasy pill in fucking Tucson? It's like impossible. I'm like, what the fuck? No, everybody's doing cocaine or Molly. Ain't nobody got time for that. I needs what I needs and I needs it now. You know, how do you say? You guys like my backdrop? It came all the way from Hawaii. So with your eyes, you do want to kind of just bring it up and then bring it to the side of the nose. And you see how you're getting that nice, then you just blend the contour with your other sponge and you blend it out. And that is how it is done. Makeup is all about patience. It's about self-love. You have to love yourself. You have to love your face and love yourself regardless of your flaws. Because, I mean, our flaws are what make us unique. If we all looked the same and we all looked like whatever, that would be boring. So I like to go in with this L'Oreal Hydra Perfecting Loose Powder in the shade Translucent, which is 916. And I also like to go in with my Ben Nye Banana Luxury Powder. And I mix them only because this one is too pink, but I like the formulation of it. And this one is nice because it's yellow and it just, it does the damn thing, okay? So, I'll take a brush when I do this. You could use your beauty blender. It's really up to you, but I've noticed with the beauty blender is it's blotchy. There's some spots, like it pulls off the product. I'm not really sure, but it just doesn't work for me. So you just wanna like do this. I always highlight before I put on my contour. Wanna blend that little thing. And literally just place the product. It seems like somebody always has something to say about my life, how I'm living it, how I should be living it. Bitch, this is my motherfucking life, not yours. You know what I mean? Like, people just need to let you live your life. So my New Year's resolutions for 2019 was just to like believe in myself more and really just, what on earth? I have no clue what's going on. Chickens are at my window. I told you, I live on a farm. You just have to live your life for yourself. Don't think, oh, well, if I just lost weight, my life would be different. Or if I had more money, my life would be different. Or if I had boobs or a nose job or laser. I mean, just go out and do it. Like, it's not that hard, you know? There will be some days where you don't even know how you're gonna make it or what you're doing. But as long as you try, bitch. Oh shit, that's not cute. Sometimes you have to use vigorous motions, darling. Oh, that was too much. No, the reason why I put the light down here is because you're sculpting the chin. Like to just pack that product right underneath the eye because you want to bake. When you're baking, always like a tap motion, never a swiping motion. It's all about how you hold your brush, you know, holding your brush. Just So once you're done with your light powder, because you have to set your face, honey. If you don't set your face, so I like to go in with this CoverGirl Clean Professional in the color Translucent 115. And I actually mix this because it is a little light for my liking. I mix it with this color from MAC, and it's called Medium Deep. I know, right? CoverGirl and MAC, so hilarious. See the CoverGirl powder? It's how it's like a little, I don't even know. But this darker shade is definitely that terracotta that you're looking for. As a makeup artist, you know, regardless if you do it on other people or yourself, it really doesn't matter. You have to know your face and know colors and make your own concoctions. Body bronzers and know what works for you. Oh, hi, girl. How are you? So, just give a little mix. Bitch, top off the excess. Oof. Baking a cake. Always place the product at the base. Work around, circular motions at... Ooh. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough on you. You know, I used to think being transgender was something that held me back. But it's actually something that gets me stronger. I feel empowered. I'm 6'2", bitch. This is a lot of big bitch to go. I mean, she needs a venti iced coffee just to get her started. But once the bitch is started, I mean, she ain't moving because she ready. And you just kind of adapt the size of the nose. Give yourself that little... And then once that's done, you just put that back in and close it. So, once all that's done, you can kind of go in with your eyes, which is nice. I like to put on a little extra. So I use this Tarte Smooth Operator Finishing Powder. This shit is white, so be careful, hooker. And you just want to kind of just... All right. Makeup is all about expression. Expressing oneself through your makeup. You know, how do you feel today? Do you feel like a smoky eye? Do you feel like a cut crease? You know, and you share that with your family. You share the shading and everything with them, you know. So, now that all that's done and I'm exhausted, which is nice, I like to go in with my beauty blender and just pat everything down. Pat everything down. Get all those creases out of there. I go in with a brush. I have a lot of brushes, like it's intense. And I'm using my Carly Bible palette, and I'm going in with this lighter shade, I guess. And this is the perfect brow highlight. Now you still have concealer on your eyes, so that works as a primer. If you want to put a primer on, you can. You don't have to. So yeah, I like what I like. I'm very, I just don't understand how I don't have boobs yet. Like, I don't understand that. Like, how do these bitches do it? Like, is there like some secret society of daddies that I have to go through or something? Like, I really don't understand the shits. So I'm going in with this Ricky's. It's a number 17 from Ricky's. If you've ever lived in New York, you know what Ricky's is. So I'm going back in with my Carly Bible palette, and there is this light brown, light orange shade. I'm a very orangey kind of girl, and the reason why I'm putting it on this big brush is because I'm setting the foundations. And you just kind of really get in there. Just don't be shy. Because you're setting all this foundation so you can start to build the eye. Building an eye is fun, especially when you have beautiful eyelids like me. But anybody can be beautiful. Anybody can just be whatever they want to be if they believe in themselves. And I think for a long time, I didn't believe in myself for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't think I was good enough. But then I said, fuck that. I looked in the mirror, I was like, damn. And then my confidence came. I'm going in with my Tarte Toasted palette, and I'm going in the color Cashmere. Obviously, my favorite. And you just hit that crease. Remember, it's all about holding your brush with the eyeshadow. All about holding that brush. And you just want to saturate the colors and really get those colors out there, because I don't know what kind of look I'm going to do. I never know what kind of look I'm going to do. I'm going in with the Nuvia by Juvia's Place palette. And I'm going in, oh, geez. I'm going in with this orange shade. And this orange shade has more of a gray undertone. So I definitely like to run that right in the crease. And you've set up your base. Once your base is set, because see how this was like a big domed brush? Now that that's set, you want to kind of go in with like a, maybe like a smaller brush, maybe? I don't know what this is. It's a Contour Eyeshadow 4 brush. It's like a small tapered brush. See, I never really know. I never really know. I'm going in with my Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. No, I'm not. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. We're going to go in with our Toasted palette. I always go in this palette just because it's amazing. I'm going in the color Warmth. Now, with this color, it's important to keep your brush like this. And just run it right in the crease. Don't move it up. Don't get crazy. Just right there in the crease. Now you can see the difference. Warmth is a red, kind of how you hold your brush. Breathing is important. Take that little deep breath, baby. I need to stop smoking. All right, and just, this eye for some reason never really comes out as dark as the other one. So, I'm gonna also go in with the color Cozy. And it's a matte shade. Mattes are always good for the hollowing out of an eye. It's important just to like hollow those eyes out. Whew, bitch is getting hot. So, cute as fuck ColourPop palette. Let's talk about it, shall we? Let's talk about it because it's one of my favorites. So I like to go in with this orange shade, obviously. And this one you're just gonna run right inside that crease. And you always wanna focus it right at the base. And it's interesting. You know, a lot of people always say like, oh, well, we can tell you're trans by your voice or you're tall or your big hands or whatever. And I'm like, bitch, leave me and mine alone. Like, why y'all coming for me? Like, there ain't no need for all that. You know what I mean? I'm not one to talk about my trans sisters, regardless of where she may be in her transition. Might be the first day, she might be done and have a vagina and boobs and be beautiful. I'm like, okay, like, I'm not going to talk about you. Now, if a bitch wants to come from me and talk about me and my aura, it's honestly very flattering, honestly, because it's nice to know that I'm affecting her so much that she has to talk about me. I'm like, okay, like, let's do it, bitch. Again, we're going in with this shade. And, like, I'm just not one to talk about my trans sisters because I know what it's like to be, honestly, I know what it's like to be the outsider. Like, there is a separation in the trans community. Like, okay, here's a good example. Like with the gay culture, right? Let's say you're gay and you think that just because you're gay that you go into this community and everybody's going to be supporting and accepting of you and want to just be like, celebrate your gayness. Wrong. You're now put in categories. You're a bear, you're a twink, you're feminine, you're masculine. And there is a separation within that gay community. The same thing applies for trans women. If you're in the beginning of your transformation and you can't afford boobs and hormones and laser and stuff, you're put in a category. If you have your boobs and you're very popular and banging, chances are that person isn't going to hang out with the person that doesn't have all that. So then there's groups and there's little cliques, which is fine. I mean, they could do whatever the fuck they want. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just ranted. Back in the Juvia's Place palette, we're going in with this color. I'm just really happy that there's other girls out there like me who have the same struggles and difficulties as I do, you know, because it's, honey, it's hard. It's so hard. And you feel lonely and you think, shit, maybe I'd be better off if I was dead, but that's not the answer. You know that's not the answer, but it does cross your mind, and I can see why sometimes trans women commit suicide, because it's totally comes up in your mind. You're getting bullied, you feel like your family doesn't understand, other trans women don't understand, gay guys don't understand, and maybe you were gay before you transitioned, which is fine, but then it's like you went from being the gay best friend with all the girls to now competition with those same girls who were your friends. You had childhood friends. It's hard for them to understand that you're a woman now and you're a more beautiful woman than them. And then there's jealousy. And there's so much that goes in with being transgender. And it's so important to be strong and think about the things where you've come from, where you're going, and everything you've accomplished. Back in my Carly Bible palette, going with this middle shade. It's like a nice warm brown. So that's my little speech about being transgender. There's a stereotype that all trans women are escorts or they're hookers or they're porn stars or whatever. I mean, honey, if you got the body, fucking do what you gotta do, bitch. Like, I'm not judging you. I'm very spiritual. When I say I'm a goddess, it's not a conceited, like, I'm a goddess. You know, it's not like that. It's more of like, you know, you're a goddess because you have a responsibility to the human race. It's your responsibility to lead others into the new age. And it's a big fucking responsibility. And the reason I know I'm a goddess is because children flock to me, literally. And it's a fun feeling. It's nice to know, like, wow, I really impact people's lives. And it's bigger than you. You know, you're one small puzzle piece in this huge puzzle of life. So being a goddess is not just having big boobs, money, I'm a bad bitch. That's not what it is. It's constant visualizations. And if you walk into a room and you feel bad energy, as a goddess, you have the ability to change that whole room and be that shining light in that dark room. So being a goddess is fucking amazing. It definitely has its perks. It definitely has some downsides, but you know, I've been a lot of things in my life, but basic is not one of them, honey. Now, the reason we're going in with the darker brown, obviously, is for dimension. When you're doing an eyeshadow, you always want dimension. That's probably like the big one right there that you're looking for. And you want dimension and ooh, ah. Now I have to figure out, I think I'm gonna go in with this color. It's called Flame. But before we get into all of that, we are gonna go in with this, and if I can find my Sigma brush. So we're going in with the Sigma E56 and a Sigma E17. Now the E17 is for the waterline, but that's okay. So we're gonna go in with this NYX eyeshadow base in the color white, because let's be real, she's a rich white woman. So gonna go in with our Sigma E17 brush, pick up some of that product, you know, kind of wipe it off. And honestly, you're just in a place. Sorry guys, I gotta concentrate. So when you're doing this, it's important to keep a steady hand. I've been doing makeup for 10 years, so it's pretty amazing. I remember when I was 18, I was living with roommates and I just got into makeup. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know how to put on eyeshadow. I didn't know shit. And look at me now. Look at me now. So when you're just it's important to make it white. And you don't want to go all the way up because you still want to have some kind of, you just want it to be like a little divot. I try to use stippling motions, but that shit didn't work, so you literally gotta swipe it on. Now, the reason why I love this brush is because it has a straight edge, so you can really just kind of, yep, it's looking good. I mean, doesn't get any better than that. When you're doing this, make sure you get it right, you know? Make sure that they're even, because it will look pretty crazy if it's not even. Whatever. Don't have to be perfect, baby. Just gotta look nice. All right. I always wipe it off when I'm done. And voila. Now I'm going in with my Sigma E56 brush. And it's kind of small, so it can really, really get in there. I always go in with my lighter shade before my darker shade. And the lighter shade we are using today is this like pinky color from the Carly Bible palette. Really get it in there. And just kind of have fun, you know. I always place product and then move it around. Shit. This is a good, like, Valentine's Day look, I guess. It's not like I got a Valentine. So, I have a deviated septum, so I apologize if I breathe like a fat girl. Yeah, just kind of get all that in there. Just kind of get all that in there. Just boom! You know, just like... And that is what you do in the inner. See, in the inner? Then we're going to go in with the color Flame in our little palette or whatever. And we're going to place that color on the outside. And you just packing it on there. And the reason we did white is because white will give the true color of the eyeshadow. And it still gives that nice appearance. So you can kind of see how it highlighted the eye, but still got a long way to go. I know this video is gonna be like a fucking hour long. I don't know why. It always takes me a minute to do my makeup. Like a hot minute. And I said hot because it fucking takes forever. Well, this particular eye look does take a while, but it lasts all day and you look fucking amazing doing it, you know? And I'm all about looking amazing doing it. Just gonna like pack it on. Just gonna pack it on. Just gonna like pack it on. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place palette and we're gonna pick up this like pinky color and we're gonna just put it in the middle as a transition shade for both colors. You don't have to do this. You can use that pink color, but I want more of a red base. Underneath that pink, I'm gonna go in with the Carly Bible palette, in with this kind of like rose gold highlight. The rose gold highlight will just help capture more of that true pink color. It's always important to build dimension with your eyeshadow. And don't really be afraid because it's just eyeshadow. Once all that's done, we are going to go in with this Angled Pixel Concealer F69 brush from Sigma. And we are just going to just do one of those, you know? I don't know why my makeup's coming out like this, but it's kind of annoying. So give me a second to like fix the deets. So I'm gonna go in with this color called Truffled from our Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. And I'm just gonna kind of use this brush to map out more of see how it just boom. That's what you want, girl. It's important to just really blend that shit, girl. So then after all that's said and done, I like to go in with my Sigma Diffused Creased E38 brush. And I just kind of, what the fuck it said, diffuse that motherfucking crease. And just boom, boom, boom. And just get rid of any harsh lines. And there you have it, your eyeshadow look. Very defined, very cut, very fresh, only with Sigma brushes, bitch. So this is an Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. And I like to just brush off any foundation or powder just to, brows are super important when doing your makeup. It's just what needs to be done. Now I'm going in with a Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, and I'm going into this darker shade over here, and it comes with like a little brush, so that's nice, you know, like a little brush. So sorry guys, I'm just here doing my makeup. I thought it would be nice to just do my makeup with you guys, especially because I haven't made any YouTube videos. I really want to start doing YouTube videos and like editing them and doing the lighting and have my own room and stuff like that. But for now, we're just gonna do it right here. Just come to you guys live and raw, you know? So don't rush your brows, bitch. Don't rush your brows. Brows are the epitome of the face. They're the thing that ties it together, and it also gives you lift. So you can see how it ties in with all that. Okay, now we're gonna go on with this side, and literally, I have like, this brow is thicker than that one. I don't know why. It's just the way that it goes. And just design it like, I should probably do laundry. I just thought about that. I'm like, I need to do laundry. I mean, I have laundry, but not a lot. I think about everything when I'm doing my brows. I think about my life and how I could be better. Woo! Sorry, that was pretty loud. Again, we're going in with the spoolie side, and we're just gonna blend some of that brow out. Today I did want a darker brow. You don't have to do a dark brow. You can use any brow powder you want. I don't really give a fuck. But, yeah. So, once your brows are on and your eyeshadow's done, what I like to do is go in with this Tarte brush. There's not really numbers on them, but it's like this flat, domey brush. And again, Shade and Light palette. And this time I like to actually hold the palette up. See if I can do it like this. I go into the middle shade, obviously, and just swirl it around. Give it a little tap. Always press it where you want your contour. In little circular motions, go up. Try not to bring it down too much. Do your chin. Because, let's be real, we don't want to have a chin. I love shading away my chin. I don't like my chin. I'll go in with this darker shade. And that's just for right under the chin. And back in with the light palette, just gonna contour your nose, contour the forehead, and just kind of bring it down. Yeah, and that's contouring. And you'll see why I'm doing this first. So I'm gonna go in with the Give Me Sun from MAC, just because it has more of an orangey tone and it's not so and this one I like to stipple on because I will go ahead and change it, but I mean blend it out, but I like to use that orange just where I want it more bronzed. I like to go in with the color Peach Twist from MAC and just kind of hit those high points. I think that's it for contouring. Now what we're going to do, sorry, to get my purse. I know, right? I know. Don't put your purse on the floor. It's bad. No, I just did it. So I'll go in with this. The reason why I contoured first and it looks kind of harsh is you'll see right now. There's a method to the madness. So I just use this big brush. It's like a big blush brush. And I go into my Lancome powder. You can use any foundation powder that is your match. Doesn't really matter. I use Lancome because that's what I like. Now you're gonna brush away all that extra powder. After you've brushed it away, you might notice you're looking a little white under there, which is why you have this flesh tone color. And you just swirl it in there. Get in there, girl. Don't be scared. And just... and you're toning down that contour. So you're still getting the slimmer face, but all those lines are now gone. I like to just bring it up here. So I like to just go in there. I'm just like, ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. So yeah, and then once all that's done and I can see like, oh, my face is actually like coming to life, I will go back in with the brush that we used to first set our powders. I have 2 shade and light palettes, just because I really like this yellow. This one's kind of cool because it has like the 3D, which is nice. So yeah, yeah, sorry guys. I go in with this like middle shade. It's called Lyric. We all love that. Everybody loves that one, girl. And I'll just go close to my nose, but then just bring it out. Again, close to my nose, and then just bring it out. I like to get by my nose. The reason why I love this powder is honestly the formulation. It really stays where I need it. And we're going in with the other color called Lucid, which is like this red pinky one. And we're just gonna run it right there. I'm just gonna run it right there. And then down the bridge of the nose. And then right in there. The reason why I love this powder is because it's a really nice consistency. And it really like, is just that extra barrier, if you will. After all that's applied, why do I feel like I was gonna do something and then I just forgot? Oh, I was gonna contour my nose. Sorry about that. So I use these like bended brushes. This one is kind of like you can kind of see that. And it's perfect for giving yourself a nose job, let me just say. So I like my nose to be thinner, like smaller, and I also like it to be protruded up. So what Facetune won't give me, I give myself with some powder. How about? So I go in the middle one. Actually, I'm gonna go in with my older one because my older one's for dipping in. Older shade and light palette and the middle shade. And we're just gonna kind of go in with that middle shade. And honestly, give yourself the nose of your dreams. Always put the product right there at the end. And just bring it up. Remember I said I like to have my nose up. So, yeah. So, there you go. Now, I don't like my nose to look super crazy. But I do want people to know that my nose is contoured. I even go in with that like lyric color and run it down the middle. Just so I know it's staying there. And then I'll go in with the, it's the same people who make the brush, but it's like a domey brush. The reason I like it is because I can hold it like this and still blend. So what I like to do is just blend. You could make your nose contour darker if you want. I mean, you don't have to. Excuse me. I just do something small. All right. So now that we got our powders on and everything's looking cute, we're going to go in with bronzer. I'm using the Milani No. 4 Glow. God. And I'm going to go in with this Dior brush. It's for blush, but I fucking use it for browns. Because it has that nice big, just that bigness. So just run it in there a couple times. And just kind of go up with it. The reason why I love this blush is because it has like this red undertone to it. That's just so cute. I'm going to use it to just kind of, yeah, just a little bit of blush. Now we're going to go in with our Luxie No. 514 blush brush, which is cute. And I'm going in with my Krylon palette. Seen better days. And since today is like a pink orangey, I think we would stay in like this realm of colors. So I just kind of go in within all those four and just kind of, you're an artiste. Always like pierce your cheeks so you can see where the high cheekbone is. And just kind of blend that blush in. Just, honey, just blend. Just blend until it's all blended. Once your blush is on, you're gonna take a little brush, a little domed brush, whatever, and you're gonna go back into that Toasted palette, and you're also gonna go into your Cute as Fuck palette. Now we're gonna go into that orange shade that I love so much, and the Cashmere shade from the Toasted palette. I hold them like this, and I just kind of go in and get underneath your eye. I love doing underneath my eyes with eyeshadow, and here's why. When you go under your eyes with eyeshadow, you get rid of those dark circles. You do like the concealer where it creases. And you just want, you don't want the color to kind of, you want it to blend cohesively. And if you're using orange, you kind of get rid of those dark circles at the same time. So you're doing like 1,000 things in once. The reason why I'm using a blending brush that usually I would use for my crease is it because it gets where I need it to get without getting too crazy. If you use a bigger brush, it's gonna get crazier. Sorry, my dog's crying again. I have the world's biggest crybaby for a dog. I think it's karma because I used to be a big crybaby for my mom. So I think it's just karma rearing its ugly head. I do believe in karma. That's why I'm not like an evil bitch from hell. I could be, but I'm not. So just blend all that shit out, bish. So once it's blended and you got yourself looking cute, now it's time for detail work. Detail work is brows. Hold on. Always get some Viva La Juicy. Fragrance is super important because it helps set the mood. Please go lay down. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and curl these lashes really quick. So I just kind of go up. I'm just going to go up. When you're curling your lashes, make sure that you invest in a good eyelash curler. Especially even if you wear falsies, because you want your eyelashes to work as like up so your lashes can sit here and just give the dimension that you want. Please stop crying. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. The drama. Nobody loves me. So I'm going to go in with this Dior Maximizer Mascara just to kind of help elongate these motherfuckers. Because let's be real, she's lash-tastic. It's fantastic. And I just kind of go up, go up. Now the good thing about this mascara is it has a protein in it that actually makes your eyelashes grow. Kind of like a serum. Actually, I have 2 of them, but this one's a little, oh, for you girl, but still do the trick, So yeah, I'm thinking about moving in April, which is fun, because I get to have my own place and invite boys over for tea. I don't know why, but like, boys are always so attracted to me. Like, seriously, I don't have to do nothing and they like have a boner and I'm just like, how did you get a boner? Like, I'm not even naked. I don't even turn on my sex eyes. Like, the fuck? But I guess when you're hot. I remember in the beginning of my transition, guys didn't even look at me. Now it's like I walk into the best, I just walk into a place and the hottest guys will just look at me and I'm just like, oh my God, he noticed. Just nice, but where I live, everybody's married or has kids or they're taken. And, here's my single ass. Just like, hey, what's up? So I'm going in with this Hourglass mascara. It's called Caution. So I love it. So maybe you will love it. So, isn't that beautiful? So we're just gonna swipe up. The Dior Maximizer is providing length and just that extra barrier of protection. And you're just gonna mascara. No mascara. So once you put on your mascara, that's when the eyeshadow and the eyebrows and the cheeks and everything really starts coming together. And then once you put your lips on, it's like, forget it. It's over. So yeah, I've been really good. Still doing makeup. No matter where I live or what I'm going through in my life, I will always be doing my makeup. It's kind of nice when other people do your makeup, and sometimes it's not because they don't know what they're doing, and it's like super frustrating. And then they're like, okay, go film your scene looking like shit. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Or they make you look like such a little whore. And then, like, you have to go to the bank afterwards. And people are like, what were you doing? And you're like, nothing. Which I've totally done. And it's not fun. Especially when it's, like, a ritzy part of the valley in Los Angeles. It's like, oh, great. Great. Really make sure that you're getting that mascara on. So once your mascara's on and you're feeling cute, you kind of want to let that sit for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and start doing my lips. I think I'm going to go in with this color called, I don't know if I want brown lips. I kind of want like a nudie pink lip. So I'm going to go in with this color called Tawny from Jordana. I think it's for your lips, yeah. So we're just gonna twist that up. Again, if you don't have lip fillers and you want to make your lips appear bigger, makeup. So what I do first is put, I don't even know what's going on there. So once your lips are done being lined, you're gonna go in with a, you can do a color. You don't have to do a color. You can do a color if you want. So I'm gonna go in with this NARS color. It's like on its last leg, but it's like a pink. It's cute. Once your color is placed, this is the Dior Maximizer, Lip Maximizer. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so it makes your lips bigger. Because again, we can't afford $600 lip injections. So you're just gonna put gloss is always helpful when you want your lips to appear bigger. lips done. Ooh. So this is the makeup look starting to come together. She's not mad at it. So this is my Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer from Maybelline. You can use Anastasia. You can use, what's that one? Benefit Cosmetics. I think they make like a whole brow thing. You can use whatever the fuck you want, bitch. This is what I use because it works. So I pull it out of the tube and I do the edges or the ends first, because you want all that product you just brought out of your tube on the ends of your hair. Kind of brush your hairs all one way and then kind of go up. Kind of go up. It's all about technique when you're doing your makeup. Now, you're probably saying, bitch, they look too dense. So you get a spoolie and you brush through them to help them appear more natural and not so clumpy. And definitely not so dark, because bitch don't like dark eyebrows. And you're done. Your brows are done. So, now what we do is, I think we're done, bitch. Oh no, we didn't do highlight. So what I like to do before I highlight, like finish highlight, is I go in with this Tarte brush, and it has like a big domey kind of brush. And I'll go into my Carly Bible palette. These highlighters are free and amazing. And I'm gonna go in with that rose gold color. Hey, that's gold. That's rose gold. So I'm gonna go in with this, because we are doing like this pinky kind of daydream look. And you're just gonna apply it on the cheek. Apply it on the cheek. The bridge of the nose and the tip. I'm gonna also go in with this white, just because I wanna make it pop more. Go on the lip, go on there. Highlight. Highlight is done. So before we set this beige and call it a day, because I'm kind of tired, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not gonna eyeline and do eyelashes. But I just kind of wanted to show it. That's like literally anybody can put on eyelashes and eyeliner. Like, I don't need to show you that. So I use this big blending brush from from Tarte. And I literally just blend anywhere I think that has harsh lines. And honestly, it's really good because you want to blend your highlighter and you want to blend your bronzer. Maybe you want to blend underneath here just to kind of make sure. And then this should land there. Maybe there's some powder left over. You just want to blend. I use this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray Set Makeup Extender. Makeup artists who don't have setting sprays, get your ass out there and get a fucking setting spray. So, now if you really don't want your makeup going nowhere, this is the All Nighter from Urban Decay. Give it a little shake. Give it a little shake. I don't like to do it so close, only because it blotches the shit. So I actually go up with it and then let it dry for a couple of seconds. I like to just use the back of my beauty blender to kind of just press it in where it needs to be pressed in. Helps give that flawless coverage. Now you're gonna go in with the fan brush. Doesn't matter which fan brush, you can use whichever one you want. This is the older Carly Bible palette that I had. I'm just gonna go in with that rose gold color. Just build it. And because there is setting spray, it is going to, it's more tacky, so it can stick more. That's why you're getting this bomb highlight on camera right now. Like to do the up there. And maybe now that your eyelashes have had time to kind of dry, you can go ahead and curl them once more, because putting on the product kind of, you know, just do a little one of those. Just do a little one of these. And there you go. Eyelash, eyelash. And that's doing your makeup. Thank you everybody for watching, and it means a lot. And hopefully I can get more videos up and we can hang out and chat and stuff. But have a good day.